Y'all know I always gotta double check because my camera be making noise like it's recording and it don't be recording. I got 10 minutes, so we gonna do this in 10 minutes. I know y'all saw the title and a lot of y'all gonna be real mad at me, but it is what it is. Alright, so everybody knows that let's just start. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shantika. Welcome to my living nightmare, because I am living in a nightmare. My world got turned upside down when I found out that my husband was a serial cheater, which means he was dating several women at the same time in my house, unbeknownst to me completely. I want to give y'all the tips and the red flags to look out for to find out if your significant other is being unfaithful. If you don't want to know, if you don't want to do the due diligence to go, find out, and you cool with living, in the dark, because you know how a lot of y'all be like, well, if you're looking for trouble, you're gonna find it. No, trouble always exists. It just takes you to pay a little bit more attention than you normally do, and then you'll find out for yourself. If you cool with it, you cool with getting STD, AIDS, you love them that much, you love her that much, hey, do you. No judgment here. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you. You got it? Y'all ready to go? Let's get it. Let's go. Number one, change behavior. You got a person that never even looked at a gym, eat horrible, and just never really cared about their physical appearance, to all of a sudden they going to the gym, they working out, they don't eat as much, they not trying to eat what you cook. All of a sudden they care, they buying new clothes and stuff and never really did before, wearing new cologne, just wearing all this cologne, because this is one of the things that Vern used to do. Vern works he's a commercial landscaper and he's a truck driver. Vern used to literally pour on cologne to go to work. Why are you pouring on cologne to go to work in the dirt? Right. Next, working extra hours and the money is not matching up to what he's working. He's to stay talking about working 7 days a week, but he was working 5, barely 5, and going to visit his female on the weekend. Okay? I found out because the money wasn't matching up. And plus, after I found out he was cheating, I spoke to the other woman for 30 minutes and she told me she described his work truck to a T. So that's how I found out that he was going to visit her on the 6th and the 7th day. He claimed that he was working, and then kept telling me why his money kept coming up short. It's going to be on the next check. The next check, the next check, the next check ain't never come. I ain't never seen none of that money, the fruits of none of that labor. So that's another thing. Also, Vern was supposed to be at work at 7 a.m. in the morning. Vern used to leave the house at 3:30 a.m. to go where? Why parking is real bad at the job and I gotta get a good space. You gotta be to work 3.5 hours. I work at Amazon. Parking is horrible there. I ain't gotta be there 3.5 hours. All I gotta do is show up a little 45 minutes early and I can get a spot in the back, but I can get a spot. So miss me with that. That's another lie. Let me tell you the number one thing, get that cell phone. Because a lot of people who are real sloppy, when I first called Vern, I made him take the password off his phone, but he knew that I wasn't really going to go through his phone. All he wanted to do, all he did was take the password off to appease me, and he just continued to keep doing what he was doing until I plugged up his phone one night and saw all of the text messages, which is when I called the lady. I also checked his internet history and found out the type of porn he was watching, and I'm just going to leave it there. He was watching porn of chicks that was barely 18 or a little bit under, and we're gonna leave it at that. And I was just like, is that what you want? We got 2 girls, like, what the hell are you doing? You can go to jail. But anyway, we're gonna leave that at that. But yeah, and that's how I found out about the 4 dating sites that he was a member of, because not only he was using his cousin's name, he was using it for those family members that's watching. He was using one of y'all names as a username for one of his dating profiles. And you know how I found out? Because he saved his username and password to his phone. So all I had to do was just click on the website. Your phone would say, do you want to, log in with X, Y, and Z or whatever? And you just press yes, and the shit just came right up. And so that's how I found out that in their history, that his email had conversations with women from other states, promising them the world, promising them all kind of nasty, dirty sexual favors, things he ain't tried to do to me ever in life. he want to be free and sexual out in the street with somebody that he don't even know bathe. And so, hey, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. And that's another reason. Check that email, check that phone, check that internet history. You're going to find out a whole lot. Those also who like to keep a second and third phone, you can find out. Go on the internet and Google how to find out how many cell phones a person has. Also Google how to put secret programs and secret things on a person's phone so that all of their cell phone activity comes to your phone. You need to find out. It's very easy and it ain't gonna take you a whole lot of time, and it's free to do. You do not want a person living in your house living foul, okay? And people don't understand sexual health is so important, because what comes out of a man's penis can really hurt your pH balance in your body and can give you all type of diseases that will affect your fertility and mess you up on the inside. But if you cool with the man doing what he doing, hey, who am I to judge? I gotta protect myself and I gotta protect my heart, because at the end of the day, I don't deserve that. Because if I'm gonna be loyal to you and hold you down, you have a responsibility to hold me down and be loyal to me. If you are no longer interested, and I'm not a kind of person who's just immune to somebody wanting me for the rest of my life. No, I'm very much self-aware. Yes, it hurt my feelings very much because I'm a great time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a real great time. But hey, we've been married 9.5 years. It just get kind of, it ain't fun no more, because when you're dating, you're hanging out, you're going out, you're having sex all the time. It's a good time. Once you get married, the responsibilities of marriage sometimes overshadow the fun stuff. And lines get blurred. When you have children, they consume your life. You understand? And people start feeling away. You understand? And that's completely human, and that's fine. But what I expect is a person to sit me down and tell me this ain't what I want no more. And we could just mutually split up, because let me tell you, what you won't do, he will do. What Beyonce say, I can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute. And so you ain't tied to me. You understand? I was tired of my marriage too, because there were some things that I have asked him to do that he just refuses to do. For instance, I asked him to get a better job. I wanted a house. We can't buy a house. I'm a housewife. I had no problem getting a job, but because of the children and things that were going on with them, it's hard for me to get a regular 9 to 5 and have to keep calling off when folk get sick and different things like that. And my kids had major issues going on with them. And so I had no problem working at night like I do right now. I work at night part-time. And I'm cool with it. I could have done that, and that was the plan for 22 to 22. Me work at night, you work in the day, you hold it down, so that we can get our little finances up so we can put down on a house. Didn't want to do it. Didn't want to get a better job. Didn't want to spend more time with the kids. Didn't want to spend more time with me. Ask your mama to babysit so we can go hang out when you're off. He refused to ask his lady to babysit. Birthdays forgotten. Anniversaries not planned for. Mother's Day. All these different holidays just going completely unnoticed. And so it just got to the point where I just felt like he would be in the house sitting on the couch just looking, staring at the TV, this look of misery on his face. And I'm very much self-aware of people and their emotions, and I'm just like, listen, if you're not happy, you can go, oh, I'm happy. No, you don't look happy. You don't want to be here, And so I implore you to take these little steps, take these tips, and do what you have to do with them. Do what you want to do. If you don't feel like you want to know anything, then you could live in oblivion. I lived in oblivion because I just didn't know, and I trusted this person to be completely honest with me. I had no idea what was going on in my house. I had no idea what was going on in my house. And I don't want AIDS. I don't want no type of sexually transmitted diseases. And number two, I don't want nobody in my house that don't want me the way that I want them. You understand what I'm saying? And the way how he is, I just felt like a deep-seated betrayal and a loss. Like I felt like my husband died. I tell people that all the time because I'm so hurt and distraught by how he did me. And even after we have separated, he has not made an attempt to support us financially or anything. Hasn't visited the children since he left September 3rd and I moved in with my parents in October 4th. He has not visited. He has not given me any money. You understand what I'm saying? And so his behavior that has transpired after the relationship has dissolved really showed me who he really was. And so I want y'all to take these tips, do some digging. Don't have nobody in your house that's doing all kind of stuff. You know, let me tell you another thing too. A lot of men, my husband was actually, that's another thing too, another tip. Going to work 3.5 hours early every single day. Got to be to work at 7. He leaves the house at 3:30 in the morning every morning like clockwork, and drowns and takes a bath in cologne. And I'm just like, you a commercial truck driver and landscaper. Why you got to wear cologne? I work at Amazon, y'all. I work in a warehouse full of men. I can't tell you how many men got work bays and got sneaky links at the damn job, going to break, sitting on the phone, lying to their wives and girlfriends, talking about, hey baby, yeah, I'm working hard, while the next chick sitting up under them, rubbing their neck and their shoulder. I see it every day, and it's a trip. They hunching in the damn parking lot. You know, you better do your due diligence. So if you enjoyed this vlog, give it a thumbs up. If you're mad at me, okay, ain't nothing I can do about that. And I'll see y'all guys in the next vlog. Peace and hair grease. Bye.